Okay, guys, social bookmark commando. What you can see here is actually the standalone version, but I just wanted to show you this as a part of a demonstration kind of thing of what it should look like. In Commando HQ, in Hangout Traffic Commando, I haven't set up any accounts yet, okay, but I'm going to do that right now in just a second, okay. Now, the first thing you want to do in here is to go into the settings. In Hangout Traffic Commando, the settings are over here at the top. And you want to go into where it says, you've got four choices here. You want to go into where it says the captcha. Okay, so you can put in the captcha details here. I can put that in there, and I can put in a password in here. Okay, let me just pause. I'm going to save that, and it should show the balance. What you want to do is you want to check the balance and you want to save the settings afterwards. Now, when you restart the computer, it might be a good idea to do that every single time, okay, just to make sure you've got your captcha in there. There is a way that we can use it with GSA Captcha Breaker as well, but I'm going to cover that in a separate video so as not to confuse you. Okay, for now, I like to use Death by Captcha. I find this one is quite good. Decapture is okay as well. I can't remember what issue I had with that. There was some problem with logging into their website or something like that. Nothing major, but I use Death by Capture and it works pretty well for most of what I want to do. Okay, so I'm just going to pause the video. I'm going to save these settings, and then I'm going to go over to these other settings here for general settings, because they're very, very important for this particular tool. Okay, now you get a choice in here in the settings for running Hangout Traffic Commando at Windows Startup and enable schedule tasks. Okay, you're probably wondering what the hell that is. Okay, when we come back over to the tool here, if we were going to do bulk account creation, you can see here that we can create a whole bunch of accounts, and we've got this option here to create accounts evenly over 30 days. Okay, very important that we can use this because it makes everything happen in the background. Okay, so for example, if I want to create accounts over 30 days, I've put in here 90, then I would get 3 profiles made every single day. In every single profile, you will have 22 sites. Okay, it's not going to make you 22 accounts every single time. If we look at some of these, you can see some had failed. Some have still to verify the accounts. This one's a little bit better, but you will get, it's a numbers game, guys. It's not costing you any money once you've got the tool to be able to create these accounts. It's just a numbers game. So you just want to create these automatically in the background as much as you can. Okay, so let me come back over here now. Say for example, I want to create 60 accounts over 30 days. Then I would put in here 60. And I would keep this checkbox, create accounts evenly over 30 days. Okay, by accounts we mean profiles. Profile we mean 22 accounts in a profile, okay, for all these different sites. Now, I like to keep it at 90. It will create 3 every day. It will work in the background. But for that to happen, you need your settings to have both of these activated, so that when you start up Windows, if you reboot your computer, for example, it can pick off where it left off. Okay, by enabling scheduled tasks, that means that you can set this to run over the 30 days. If you don't have that set, it won't do it. Okay, it can't do it. You have to tell it what you want it to do. That's all it is. It's fairly simple. Okay, but if you have that in there, it's going to save you a ton of time. Okay, and it's just nice to have this kind of stuff happening in the background. Right now, in the tool itself, we've got a couple of options. Okay, we've got an option here to create a new profile that will create 1 profile at a time, which is 22 sites. You would just click on a randomize. It will fill that in for you. You can even change that out for your own name, username, etc. Don't worry too much about the keywords in there. SEO's changed. We don't need to be thinking about, oh, I've got to stuff my keyword everywhere. Branding is more important. Okay, getting a naked HRL and HTTP link as a backlink is even more important than an anchor text these days. It seems to be. Okay, just let it randomize. It's easy. It's simple enough to do. Let it randomize. It will do it for you. You just move forward as quickly as possible. Here we can click on create account. Now if I choose this Hotmail, it will go and fill in these details and it will create the account. When the account has been created, you need to verify before you can add the profile. Okay, when you have added the profile, let's do a test one on here. It will look like this, okay, but it will have 22 sites mentioned here, but you have to click on start creating accounts for it to start creating accounts for these sites, okay, and then you have to verify. I do not suggest, I cannot imagine why, for any reason whatsoever, you would want to do the manual. I can't imagine why you would want to do manual profile for one at a time. It's not manual, but you can see what I mean. It only does one at a time. I just cannot think for the life of me why you would want to do that, but we kept it in there anyway. What I'd rather see you do, once you've got your profile and stuff set up, once your settings set up, I should say, you've got your enable schedule tasks, you've got your capture solver, come back over to the software, click on bulk account creator. Now I'm not using any proxies for account creation. I do 3 every day and I don't really need them, okay? You can use proxies if you want. If you want to get good proxies, you can use something like buyproxies.org. You can buy shared or you can buy private proxies there. Both are good, okay, for this particular tool. You will get more shared ones though. You will get more value for shared proxies for this particular strategy, okay? You don't really need proxies to create the accounts, okay, if you do it this way. And you know, you can build this up over 30 days. You'll have 90 profiles with anything between 15 and 22 accounts in each profile. You can install this software on 2 computers as well, so that means you can double that if you're using 2 computers, okay? So that means over 90 days you can be creating, over 30 days you can be creating 180 profiles, okay? So every month 180 profiles, and you can ramp it up if you want. You can go faster than that if you want, but you will need proxies if you do that, okay? Excuse me a second. Right, anyway, so let's come back over here, and there's very little that we have to do, just the settings. Then we can choose which way we want to do this. Do we want to create emails with the accounts? The software will create the email for you, Hotmail accounts, or you can create accounts using existing emails, okay? That is a great option. If you go over to Fiverr.com, you can just do a search on Fiverr.com and search for Hotmail accounts, spam filter turned off. Okay, don't ask me to send you a URL for a Fiverr gig. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to spoon feed you on something as simple as that. Okay, just go over and search for Hotmail accounts, spam filter disabled. Sometimes you will find there's a guy who does 850 for $5. Sometimes you will find people doing 600 of those accounts for $5. It's just your luck on the day, okay? Which is another reason why I don't want to give out a link, because inevitably we'll get a support ticket saying that link doesn't work. Just try and think for yourself here. Just go over to Fiverr, type in a simple search and see what comes up, and you will find one, okay? It's not that hard. Anyway, if you want to do this way, what you want to do is tell the Fiverr guy to give you in this format. You want an Excel, okay, with 2 columns actually. But what you want is email address at say gmail.com or hotmail.com, sorry. Whatever your email is, okay. You want a comma and your password. Just give him something like that. Tell him that's the way you want it on a CSV file. No spaces in between the comma and the words, okay? The hotmail.com, comma, password, no spaces. Okay, and then all you need to do once you've got that is click on browse, find it on your computer and upload it, okay? Then you can start creating profiles. Where it's got this advanced thing here, don't bother, you don't need to worry about this. You really don't need to worry about this. The less I explain about this, the better. Just do it the way I just showed you, and everything is very simple. Nothing gets complicated. Okay, now I'm going to choose for the software to create the Hotmail accounts. I wanted to create 90 accounts over 30 days. okay, and that means I'm getting 3 profiles done every day with up to 22 accounts in each profile, and all I have to do is click create profiles. Okay, it's going to work in the background doing that for me. The capture solver is going to do the capture for me, and I don't need to do anything else. That's it. I'm done. Okay, and it's just going to go ahead and create those accounts and create the profiles every single day for the next 30 days. Okay, we're done. Okay, now next we come to the social media poster. Now there's 2 ways we can use this. We've got to give it a project name first. So say for example, I'm going to call this one Patia Real Estate number 1. Okay, something like that. Again, the typo. Now I can put in the URL here for a video. So let's go and find one. Let's see if I can find. I've got YouTube open somewhere. I usually do. Not today. Okay, let's just go and find YouTube. Say properties for sale, Patia. Oh, it did turn up because I'm using a different channel, so I need to go search for it. This is my video here, so I'm just going to grab that one, and I can copy the link address and can come over here to the URL, click get video detail, and it's going to pull in the video detail here. Right, okay, so you can see I've got 2 links in this particular one, which is probably why it's not ranking so well in Google right now, but I've done pretty much bugger all optimization. And I can leave that description. We will fix this. I don't like this format. We need to be able to drag this out and make it nicer for the formatting. We will get that fixed in a couple of days. And then what we can do is we can choose to put the keywords in here. Now you can see here it's in a spin text format. So I might want to do something like this. Let me just make sure I've got my US keyboard on so I can use a pipe character. Okay, Patia Real Estate, and I might do Real Estate Patia, and I might do properties for sale in Patia, and I might say distressed and discounted properties in Patia, for example. There's just, don't look too much into the way I've done that as far as the optimization and the keywords used. It's just as an example. Okay, I just want to make sure that I didn't take away the end thing here, which I think I probably did. Right, so these are the keywords that we're going to go after. Now all I need to do then is choose if I want to do a time delay. Why that would be important, if I come back over to the standalone version. Let me just see. If I come back over to the standalone version here, is some sites, let's just go into the account creators here. Some sites like Reddit and sites like, what's the other one? There's one like LinkedIn and Reddit. If you're posting accounts too fast, if you're posting accounts too fast, it will say no, you've already done, and wait 9 minutes or something like that. You need to be using proxies if you want to post fast. Okay, otherwise you're going to have a situation where you're just playing a numbers game, which is fine as well, because I mean, really, if you try to get these done on Fiverr.com, you spend about $50 just for what's there, and you can have this running on autopilot for the sake of $5 if you buy the Hotmail accounts from there instead and use it with the software. Okay, so it's just really a numbers game anyway. I'm not even bothered if I get 15 or if I get 17 or if I get 22. I honestly don't give a crap. It just runs in the background and does stuff for me that I don't even need to think about. Perfect for that. Okay, so what I'm saying is that to use this particular delay, the reason you would use this particular delay is for sites like Reddit and LinkedIn. So you might want to put a delay in there between 0 and 7 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever. You don't have to, and you can just do it, you know, just knowing that you're playing a numbers game, and that way you're going to get more benefit because you can move faster and you can move just quicker and get stuff done. Okay, so then all you would do is we would click on add project, but as I don't have any accounts in here, it's not going to be able to add. Oh, it's started to make accounts already. It's pretty cool. You can see here it's multi-threaded. It's doing 10 at a time, doing 10 accounts at a time on the multi-thread. That is already sort of pre-optimized for the threading. You don't have any choices on that, and the reason for that is we found this is the optimal level, and so it just goes ahead and creates these accounts for us like that. Okay, let's have a look at the other one. We've got Reddit capture field in here, news me back kind of field here. News me back field again, LinkedIn this time field. You will find things like that. It's just a numbers game, guys. As long as we're getting above about 85-90%, I'm quite happy. And this one, it's 100% so far until we come to LinkedIn, until we come to Reddit. Again, you need the time delays in here for that to work. Okay, but you can see it's working on the multi-threads on its own. Okay, and when that's done and you want to do the post, you have to click add project, and it will pull in the accounts that you've got here. Okay, now what I like to do is when we've got accounts, let's go back to the other one. Once we've got accounts done, let's go over to this one. Any ones that have failed or are not working, let's go back down to the bottom. Then what I do is I tend to just checkbox them, and any that's not been verified after you've run the verify, just click them and click up here to delete. Okay, and that gets rid of them, and now it's just all green. That's not going, because otherwise you're going to waste the time on the software. It will try to post onto accounts that's red or not verified. Okay, that keeps it nice and tidy, and you can see exactly how many accounts you got. So again, I can do on this one, checkbox, red, delete. Okay, and again this one, checkbox, and that one there says include, just get rid of it, delete. So you can see here I've got 18 accounts, 17 accounts, 16 accounts. It's still just a numbers game. It's dead easy to do. It's nothing difficult, so I'm not that bothered. Okay, so when I start add the project here, it's going to start posting to all of these. Okay, and that's just the way it works. It's very easy. This is a standalone version here. So we will cover that in the case study where we're doing things properly, and you can see it in action, actually posting and stuff as well. But the strategy here is that we want to link in two ways. Okay, there's two ways we can use this. We can link direct to the money URL, or even better in my opinion, if you've used Tube Silo, get those 4 or 5 URLs from up here when you go into this tab here, the upload result. Just grab the URLs from here. Okay, what you can do with the poster is you can spin your URL up here. Okay, so you can use this in multiple ways. You can put in one YouTube video, or you can put in multiple YouTube videos. So I might want to just put in here some spin tags and spin the URLs. That means all those bookmarks, I can get hundreds of bookmarks being spread amongst my to my first tier, which is from TubeLinko, which is really cool. And that way you just have to spin the title and spin the description here as well. You could even steal the descriptions you've already written and just combine them with the titles you've already written, combine them, and instead of having one title that's spun, you could spin sentences for the titles. Okay, and then you can start posting. That way you're creating links to your first tier. That's the way I suggest you use it. It's safer to use it like that. You can probably get away with not doing it that way, but I just find this the most sensible way to do it. Okay, and it's very quick, very easy to do. Okay, so that's a strategy video for Social Bookmark Commando, and next we will look at Tube Social Commando, and this is a very good tool. Okay, and the one after that is something new, but it does curation and stuff. So although these videos might seem kind of long, if you stick with me and go through it, you're going to learn a lot of things as we go through this. And again, with this Social Bookmark Commando, we can post the onlywire here if we want to as additional. Okay, we can do the chimp feeder with the URLs created. If you're using the tube link rules, tube silo URLs, I would just mash those up and use the same one as before and get the directory links for them. And for what it says bulk ping, it's just basically posting RSS feeds. Bulk ping doesn't actually exist anymore. We've replaced it with a different site that does the same thing. Okay, so I need to reword that tab there. Okay, so that's it. Simple stuff. Okay, and that's in the case study. We will be using the tool in action. You will be able to see it in action. But the first thing you want to do is go and set up these accounts. You can see I've already created 3 accounts, and tomorrow, without me doing anything, it's going to create. And all I had to do there was click one button. Click here, choose whatever one. So to choose 90 profiles over 30 days, click that one button. That's it. I'm going to get over 90 days 3 sets of profiles created every single day, and I don't have to fill in any details. I don't have to fill in any captures. I don't have to fill in a name, a username, anything like that. Just one click bulk account creation. How powerful is that? You won't see many tools that can do this kind of stuff. Very unique and very powerful. Okay, so we'll just delete those dead ones, and again come and delete the dead ones. Keep things nice and tidy up here, and you will see there's 2 buttons that says delete. We've got one here and we've got one up here. This one up here is to delete any profiles, and once you're in the profiles, this one here is to delete any accounts within the profiles. Okay, really simple, really powerful, and we will be adding about 3 new sites every week for the next 4 or 5 or 6 weeks into this tool, and it's just going to get better and better and better. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.